Might as well start practicing. Now, I don't want to alarm anyone. Is your DeBrincat making too much noise all the time?
I haven't really prepared for this.
Hi. Yeah, I'd like to schedule a tea time. What time? You know what? Just give me all the tea times. Yeah, I'll take them all. Oh, hold on. I gotta do a thing. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hawks Recap. My name's Clay. Thank you for tuning in. The Blackhawks just completed their 48th game of their shortened 56-game schedule. And for the 7th time in 8 meetings this season, the Blackhawks once again lose to the Nashville Predators. Final score tonight, 3-1. So yeah, that pretty much does it for the Hawks this season. They needed to do a lot better than 2 points in these 3 games against Nashville. They now find themselves 5 points back of Nashville for that 4th and final playoff spot with 8 games remaining. And those 8 games are against the Tampa Bay Lightning, 1 game, 2 games against the Florida Panthers, 3 games against the Carolina Hurricanes, and then the final 2 games against the Dallas Stars. And I know all the precincts haven't come in yet, but I am calling it now. Getting it over with. Blackhawks will not be making the playoffs this season. It was a fun ride while it lasted. Now, they're not technically or mathematically eliminated yet, so you're not going to see the golf bag in the background quite yet. I'll put it back there once they're officially eliminated. Right now, I think they have a 2 or 3% chance of still making the playoffs after the loss tonight. But yeah. It's low enough for me to make the call. The playoff push, for all intents and purposes, for the Hawks is over. Which shouldn't be a surprise, right? We had pretty low expectations heading into this season. We were without our captain, Jonathan Toews, all year. We were without Kirby Dach for the majority of the season. We had major question marks regarding our goaltending position heading into the year. We knew we were going to be playing a lot of rookies. We were not supposed to be fighting for a playoff spot with single-digit games remaining. We were supposed to be battling for last place in the division with the Detroit Red Wings and possibly the first overall pick in the upcoming entry-level draft. But here we are, just now getting eliminated, although not officially. And yes, it's disappointing to have that feeling right now because we were in the thick of the playoff push for, the majority of this season, but you can't really look at this season in any other way than as it being a success. We learned a lot this year. We had a lot of questions to answer, and we found out kind of what we have for our future. And that really, I think, was the biggest goal this year. And as far as I'm concerned, we achieved that. With that said, we can talk about the future in the future. For now, let's recap this game. Pretty much the exact same lineup as the last game, just with one small tweak. Instead of Calvin DeHaan starting the game, he is out dealing with his hip injury. Nicholas Beaudin replaces them. Otherwise, all the same. 7 defensemen, 11 forwards. Strome, healthy scratch. Subban in net. First period was pretty entertaining tonight. There was a good pace to it, back and forth action. Not a whole lot of stoppages. I think only like 12 faceoffs in that first period. So good flow to the game. Both teams getting their chances. Both goalies, Subban and Saros, making some really good saves in that first period. Blackhawks had a power play as well, but surprise, surprise, did not convert on it. So this game goes into the second period, still tied at 0. The Hawks would come out strong to start the second period, had a number of good looks and chances. DeBrincat hit a post, Suter hit a post, but somehow, someway, the Hawks just couldn't find a way to beat Saros, and unfortunately, it would be the Predators who would strike first. 6.5 minutes into the second period, the Predators had offensive zone pressure, cycling the puck. They would get it over to Ellis on the left-hand side. He would take a shot. Wyatt Kalynuk would block the shot, but it would come right back to Ellis, who would just then throw it towards the crease, and Johansson's right there to just kind of somehow squeak the puck past Subban. It was a scramble. It was greasy. It was super greasy goal. But the puck goes in, and that's really all that matters. Predators up 1-0. That goal seemed to change the momentum and story of this game. Hawks had like 23 shots on goal in the first half of this game. So through the first 10 minutes of the second period, they would only end up with 30 shots on goal total. So you can kind of tell what happened in the latter half of this game after that first goal was scored. Predators certainly buckled things down, and the Hawks just couldn't find their flow that they had in the first period. and the beginning of the second. It didn't help also that they were seemingly fighting the puck all night long, especially in the latter half of the game when the Predators buckled down. Puck was just bouncing all around. It was never settling. It was exploding off their sticks. It was just kind of frustrating. Then with about 3.5 minutes remaining in the middle frame, the Predators would extend their lead. They would get the puck in the offensive zone. They'd win some board battles, which was a common theme this season against the Blackhawks. Hawks didn't do a good enough job on the boards against the Predators. They basically just got outworked. Predators would get the puck below the goal line. Granlund would then get it out to Kunin to the right side of the crease, and he would just kind of throw it along the ice towards the goal, and somehow the puck went in. I don't know how it went in. I'm assuming it just teleported through Subban's pads, because that is literally the best explanation that I have. I don't know how it went in, but it did go in. Just like the first goal, that's all that matters. So the Preds are up 2-0 heading into the third period. It was tough sledding for the Hawks in the third period. Like I said, Predators really kind of buckled down. You're hoping that maybe they would be able to mount another crazy third period comeback, but I think the Predators kind of learned their lesson after Wednesday night. Predators would end up scoring a third goal with just under 4 minutes left in the game. Just Erik Haula throws the puck on net from basically no angle at all, basically on the goal line essentially, and puck squeezes in between Subban and the post and goes in. 3-0 Predators. Game, set, match, season for the Hawks. Hinostroza would end up scoring a goal not too long after that. It was a deflection and just kind of barely trickled in past the goal line. Like, there were no quality goals in this game. They were all just tricklers or just greasy goals. Yeah, if you were looking for pretty goals tonight, it didn't happen. And you're probably wanting your money back. So the Hawks lose tonight. Final score 3-1 and drop 7 out of 8 games against the Predators this season, earning a total of 4 out of a possible 16 points. Just straight up not good enough if you want to make the playoffs, and this loss pretty much marks the end of that push. So where do we go from here? We have 8 games remaining, and we got to play those 8 games, and even though we are, for all intents and purposes, eliminated from playoff contention, we still have a part to play in how this season ends, because we still have to play the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes, and all 3 of those teams are fighting to be the division champs, trying to get that first seed. So we can play a part in that. We might help determine who gets that first seed in the Central. Also, we're going to have a part to play in who gets that final playoff spot as well, considering that we played the Dallas Stars in our final 2 games of the season. And, well, it's probably going to come down to those games between the Dallas Stars and the Nashville Predators. So we could play spoiler a little bit right at the end of the year. That's always kind of fun. Now, the Hawks do have 3 days off here, and they're not going to be playing until Tuesday. So a little bit of time here to kind of relax, recharge, maybe hit the driving range and prepare for the upcoming season if you haven't started already. But before then, we have some business to take care of right now, because it is the end of the week, which means it is time for me to award this week's Hawks Recap Blackhawks Player of the Week award. And this week it is going to a rookie who had a nice little 3 points this week, including an OTGWG. Yeah, that's right. This week the award is going to Brandon Hagel. Congratulations, Brandon, for winning this prestigious and historic award. And with that, we are done. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I hope you got something out of it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.